Open range ultralight 3110 here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is the first of its kind in terms of actual production. This is a model that we actually helped prototype. This is a very common floor plan, and when they came out with the initial prototype, Open Range actually asked us, and we let them bring it out to one of our big spring sales that we had so they could get some good customer feedback, and they listened really well, and they got this thing dialed in. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's some updates going on in this one. For instance, by the way, some of the optional equipment you see in here, like we've upgraded this one to a bigger AC and we've added the bumper grill. Those are options. So not every one of these is going to look exactly like this video. One of the things that people have been looking at the Open Range ultralights from last year may notice is we suddenly have a 3/4 nose cap. It really, really sets off the front of this thing. It dresses it up, and it makes it look like the trailer it actually is. I think it was kind of a sleeper hit last year. People didn't realize how cool this thing was because it looked a little mundane on the exterior when you're just walking past the nose. Then when you stepped inside, people were like, pow, you know? And then, but from the outside, they weren't able to see it. And right away, it sets the tone with that 3/4 cap. The reason I like a 3/4 cap is because you maintain the diamond plate down here instead of a full nose cap, which makes you lose diamond plate. But look how they did this cap. They maintained the bullet nose nature of this trailer instead of flattening it out, as is the case with most caps. You're seeing 30-pound tanks instead of 20s here for 50% more dry camp time. There is room back here for 2 batteries. You see we've got a power jack. We have power awning. A little light strip on the nose there. That's cute. Just a nice little accent. They've done some excellent things with this model here, and they've maintained the Open Range spirit while successfully creating just a very outstanding lightweight, but in subtle ways you have to look for. Like for instance, they're using aluminum screw trim here. They're not using plastic screw trim because plastic screw trim is really susceptible to hot and cold weather, causing shrinking and expansion. Aluminum screw trim's not going to do that. It's going to hold its shape. They're using a little bit different baggage door here. It has a little different seal system. I don't necessarily know if it works any better, but the idea here is they're using a different type of material here with an additional UV inhibitor, so this should not fade the way that a lot of baggage door frames can fade. This is laminated walls and whatnot, all aluminum framed all over the place, so that it maintains a very lightweight yet is very strong structurally. Windows all open for ventilation, including the windows on the side of the slide-out walls. They're using lightweight slide systems because, you know, it's a lightweight trailer. Just makes sense. Probably didn't even need to mention that, but hey, I mumble a lot and I just start yakking. So we've got nicer radial tires here, obviously aluminum wheels, but what I want to point out is the nicer EcoFlex suspension down here. That's a rubber shock dampening system so that this thing absorbs shocks and jolts going down the road before they get translated into your walls and cause you to have a real shaky experience up in your vehicle. Not to mention that's absorbing kinetic energy that does not get translated into your walls and windows, so immediately that's less maintenance you have to consider on your RV. Looks like we are pre-prepped for a backup camera. Haven't seen those be a real popular thing with folks. More so on the big fifth wheels than the trailers, and even more so obviously on motorhomes for pretty obvious reasons. This is an outside kitchen model with direct access bathroom. Very, again, common floor plan you've probably seen 100 other times, but Open Range has a way of taking something ordinary and making it extraordinary, and that's really what they've done here. One of the bits of feedback they had with the prototype model is this whole drawer arrangement wasn't quite very functional and user-friendly, and they've absolutely solved that equation. They've even given us an extra little sponge drawer out here that didn't exist before, while maintaining a pair of full ball bearing extension glide drawers. And this is all plywood construction. Even in the outside kitchen, you will see the exact same construction you see inside, including hidden hinge cabinet doors and whatnot here. Even in the outside kitchen, we have one switch for all of our lights. And that's a trend you're gonna see. And Open Range got their start making some really sharp left to center high-end fifth wheels, and they've maintained that logic and that mindset down here in their ultralight segment. The additional little things like the copper top counters here, this is a You know, that's metal. That's not wood. It's not going to swell when exposed to moisture. And notice how they left this big area open over here for microwaves and blenders, and they give you power outlets. You can even throw a little flat screen on the wall. And we're still getting Dad's medicine cabinet, not the college kid mini fridge. We got the big one over here for all the barley pop and everything else. Direct access bathroom. People who've never owned a bunkhouse are looking at this going, that's weird. I don't want a door to my toilet. People have ever owned an RV and a bunkhouse go, oh my gosh, that is the best thing ever, because now people aren't going to track dirt through my trailer, and it's just faster and easier. Everyone acts like someone's going to walk in from this door and peek at you in the bathroom. First of all, nobody wants to see that. Secondly, deadbolt the door. No one's walking in on you. Additionally, you notice there's no door, there's no hold back here for this door. That's not a mistake. That's because this is a friction sprung door. You see, I can heave this thing. I can smack it. I can whip it open, and it does not slam. It's a friction door. It moves easily when you push it by hand, but it fights additional movement. It takes a very gusty wind for that to happen. Talked about the suspension. Notice this power awning clears both entry doors. That's something not a lot of them do. And notice we have a full-length light strip under this, not just a middle strip that kind of cheats the difference there. Quick thing before we go inside, I do want to point out, it says a very large baggage compartment to the tune of, that is your outside grill, which is an option on these, by the way. The outside kitchen is part of the floor plan. The grill is an option, but notice how it is, you know, dwarfed by the size of the storage. These are extra wide, just shy of 30-inch doors, probably like 29 and a half, something like that. And, oh, Solera power awning. I like to point that out because that means this has easy adjust arms. You can literally tilt your awning with 2 fingers. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't mention the 2-year warranty that is transferable on an open range. Oh my gosh, 6,765 pounds. I almost forgot that too. That's the hard thing with open range, is there's so much good, fun stuff to talk about that I like to, I mean, you missed it. I mean, literally, I'm wearing an open range hat. I'm wearing an open range coat. I'm a big open range fan. I get excited about these. I think these are some of the coolest RVs ever built. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really neat RVs, but there's only one open range, and they do it so good and so well, and very unlike anyone else. You'll see similarities, of course, because sometimes there is just a good way to skin a cat. But there's different ways to go about it, you know? Here's one of the things that they've created. They are the only ones in the industry with a floor flush carpetless slide out. It was said it couldn't be done. Guess what? Open range proved everybody wrong again. This is a 100% carpetless floor plan. Even the slide outs are carpetless. There's no little strip of carpet in front of them. They've accomplished what everyone said could not be done. Now, did you notice all of the lights are just on a single switch? So every room is going to be like that. This is another thing that I love. As you're walking in the bedroom, we have a switch as you walk in, or as you walk out, as it were. Again, for all of your lights in one spot. That's not the kind of thing bunkhouse trailers usually have. This Decor, what is this? This looks like mocha, which is a very deep, rich, dark brown leatherette tone with some very sharp, bright accented fabrics. There's also, it's metal, I think, or graystone or something like that. Has the same fabric accent, but is like a charcoal instead of a dark brown. You have to look real close to see the difference between the two. This I like. All of your doors are hidden hinges, so it has a super clean look when it's closed. But secondly, they're all strutted, so they hold themselves open. All of this cabinetry right here is pocket screwed. Let me see if I can actually get a shot of that. I don't know how well this is showing up, but this wood is screwed down into that one. It's a far, far stronger, better way of building than just stapling stuff together. Staples, it's okay, but staples tend to wiggle loose when you bounce stuff down the road. The kitchen storage in here is awesome, and that's something Open Range has always been good for. They have just some of the very best kitchen facilities. Did you notice this? If I just let go, it closes itself. That's part of the benefit of hidden hinge cabinetry. If this cabinet door pops open down the road, it's going to want to close itself so that you don't have cargo shift and nothing falls on the floor. The countertop's in here. This is a pressed sealed thermofoil countertop. That means that water cannot penetrate in here. Notice how we have a nice extra middle countertop space. It's those little touches Open Range does so well. That with most floor plans laid out like this don't have countertop space here. They don't have drawers right there. This is maybe a slightly longer floor plan by a couple inches, but look what you get for it. You get actual usable, functional storage and space. Awesome storage all over the place. Now, the fact that they have a drawer down here is just a straight homage, really, to their big high-end fifth wheels they make. Bunkhouse camper trailers don't have storage under the oven in a big drawer like this, like a pots and pans drawer. That is not a common thing. The countertop cover here, how cool is this? This is new. This is purpose-built. A lot of sink covers can be used as cutting boards. This is purpose-built to be a cutting board, to the tune that they even have little knife slots over here. So this is a prep station. It's fitted, so it's not going anywhere. And it's heavy duty, guys. I mean, it is very heavy duty. The roof in here, this does have a 6-inch barrel to it, so we are getting a nice sense of extra open space. I don't use a fisheye lens. I don't try to lie to people like that. I use a flat lens so that you see what I see, because this is exactly how the trailer is going to look when you come see it in person. Now, not only are the kitchen counters a sealed membrane, all of the counters are sealed membrane. There are no seams in any of your countertop space anywhere. Not by the entertainment center, not here, not in the bathroom, not green eggs and ham, Sam I am. Lift up your dinette. You're going to see that you're sitting on plywood. Not OSB, not particle board, real plywood. It's lighter, it's stronger, it's just a superior material. OSB is okay. It's not necessarily going to fall apart on you, but it is an inferior material, but it is cheaper. Notice the giant windows here too, and they, again, open for ventilation. Every window opens for ventilation. This big pantry, closet, wardrobe, linen space, whatever you want it to be. You've got this huge floor-to-ceiling storage area right here. And actually, let me sneak in the bathroom and see if I can back up enough to really give you a good shot of it. There you go. So you can kind of see we've got dedicated hanging space, dedicated linen or pantry space, and it just continues all the way down here. They give you every piece of space they can. If you've seen any of my videos, you know my phrase, every ounce counts. It matters. Even their door holdback hardware is a little nicer. We've got the nice cloth holdbacks, not the plastic cheap holdbacks. My fingers are cold, they're not wanting to work well, but we also have a privacy door, and it's bracketed in place so that it's not going to wiggle and fall off the tracks when you're going down the road. I'll buckle that later. Here's another cool thing. Like I said, all of your main cabin light switches are right on the walls. You don't have to go through and flick on individual lights like you do in almost every other travel trailer, and even quite a few fifth wheels still to this day. Dedicated vent back here for the kids is nice. That extra arch is really going to open up this bunk over here. And this is a big kid bunk. This is a larger, 50% wider bunk. Roughly the same length as a standard bunk, but wider. So you can sleep corner to corner, and big people can sleep on there, not just little kids. Under that, behind all this is the outside kitchen. So this is all just bonus interior space. We've got all kinds of, I like how they segmented that. That's nice. We've got closet space, like overhead, just general shelf storage space, but it all kind of tucks away neatly. Entertainment area with triple drawers below for lots of socks and underwear and G.I. Joes and whatever else you feel like bringing. Now this is neat. We have another matching closet over here, so if you got kids that don't play nice, they have separate storage, and you don't have to throw the kids to the upper bunk because they have a purpose-built fixed ladder to get up there. Over here in the slide, we have one of my favorite features in a bunkhouse, the Eat and Go dinette. This can fold down into a bed as necessary. You do gain extra storage doing this. Once again, we still have that sealed countertop material going on. Also, the overhead bunk flips up out of the way. So during the day, we have like a second living room or a kid's den, just an ultimate bunkhouse area back here. Totally flexible space. Again, those rainy days when you're stuck inside, you're really, really going to like that. And who doesn't love the teddy bear bunk covers? A lot of guys have these now, but I still like to point them out. I think we pretty much killed it back here. Love that. Let's move up front. Just give you a quick sweeping view here. We've covered most of the stuff in the living room. We'll make our way up to the entertainment and bedroom. Lots of storage everywhere. The fact that these overhead doors hold themselves open is worth its weight in gold because, you know, some klutz like me trying to hold a door open with his head while doing something with a knife in the other, I'm going to hurt someone, probably myself. Notice we have pocket doors for the bedroom as well, not just the bunkhouse area. And this is beautiful. This is, what, 30, I don't know, 9-ish inch Furrion high-def flat screen. Furrion is the most rugged, highly tested electronic system used in the marine and RV industry, to the point that they shake these things to 3 times the force of gravity, which is about 4 times harder than what I just did. They do that for like an hour, and then they repeat it a bunch of times, make sure the TV can't fail. They freeze them, they thaw them, hard and fast. They're, again, the most highly tested thing. They're made for mobile applications like RVs. I like Furrion stuff so much, I actually put a Furrion TV in front of my treadmill in kind of like the mudroom entry room of our house. I believe in this product. I spent my own money to put one in my own house. I mean, I don't know what more you can say to that other than I don't just pitch it, I buy it. Couple things down here. We've got a dedicated TV soundbar right here. This will have your Bluetooth. This right here is your stereo and your DVD player. So you have all functions built right into one cute little nook up here. Moving forward, once again, let there be light. More overhead door space. We've got wide cabinets on both sides, or closets rather, so you can actually hang some clothes in here. This is a very unique thing OpenRange is doing. I have not really seen anyone else do this. It's probably not 100% original, but I've not seen it be real common. This main mattress is a 74-inch camper queen. They do that to give you walk-around space, because some people don't like it when the bed is shoved right up against the wall. Now that right there is a 6-inch spacer. If you want an 80-inch bed and you don't care about a walk-around, you shove that little brick, basically, in front of everything. And yes, people are like, well, there's going to be a seam there. That seam's going to be under your pillow. You're never going to know it's there. And that will shove this down and give you an 80-inch true queen. They've allowed you to create your own perfect floor plan in a space where it seems like no matter what a manufacturer does, they're wrong. They found the way to always be right, no matter what, 100% of the time. Again, sealed countertop, so if you leave an iced tea here overnight and it sweats, no big deal. Not going to ruin anything. Both sides of the bed have nice little drawers. And by the way, both sides of the bed, I just have this covered up here, do have power outlets. So and notice they're right up against that headboard, so you can actually like run you know, your CPAP machines and phone chargers and everything. Individual reading lights here. And we have a handy little laundry chute. So you can have a little laundry basket down there, toss all your dirty clothes in there, and then when you're ready to leave, it goes out the baggage door and you don't have to haul dirty clothes through your camper. Because this is a beauty, and I wouldn't want to do anything to take away from it. This is an absolute monster. I'm very impressed with what I see here. Every time I think OpenRange has nailed it, they nail it somehow a little bit harder. Give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping, everybody.